Driving Nation.
This is Actar's Reviews, from anime to figures and beyond. Welcome to another Actar's Figure Reviews. I've already reviewed the Robot Damashii Evangelion units 01 and 02, thus it would only be right for me to review the Tamashii online store exclusive Robot Damashii Evangelion Unit 0 to complete the main trio. As to why they decided to make Unit 0 a Tamashii online store exclusive, I'll never know. Whatever the reason, be it the lack of popularity, the inclusion of additional accessories, the rising costs of figure production, it would really have been nice for international fans if they had released Unit 0 regularly. It's all well and good if they make accessory sets, side characters and special editions, online exclusives, but a main character? I'm not too sure about that. But then again, the Revoltech Unit 0 also happened to be an online exclusive. Whatever the case, let's just get straight into the review. But before that, a spoiler warning for those who haven't seen the movie Evangelion 2.0/2.22. You cannot advance as the figure contains accessories that are from critical scenes in the movie. The box itself is your usual Robot Damashii fare, what with the black and red color schemes. On the top, we have the Tamashii Shoten logo, indicating that this is a web exclusive. Do note that like all other Tamashii online exclusives, Unit 0 comes packaged in a brown shipping box that has since disappeared from this plane of existence. And on the back of the box, we have a couple of pictures showing off the contents inside. So without further ado, let's open it up and take a look at said contents. And here we have the Robot Damashii Unit 0 fresh out of the box. For those of you who have already seen my reviews of the first two Robot Damashii Evangelion figures, there are no new surprises to be had here. But in this case, that's not a bad thing. The first thing that hits you when you pick this figure up would be the amazing build quality. Overall, the figure feels really good in hand and gives off that sharp, smooth and solid ABS plastic feeling that I love so much. And in terms of paint applications and details, there are no flaws in the paint job that I could find on my figure. A nice touch of detail on Bandai's part would be the translucent red plastic used for Unit 0's minute mono eye. Bandai knows exactly what the collectors want, and boy do they deliver. But even if the figure looks good, it wouldn't be considered outstanding unless it also had great articulation. Of course, the figure doesn't let us down in this respect either. So that being said, let's take a look at Unit 0's articulation. First off, the head, it's on a double ball jointed neck. The head can look all the way around and look up and down. And of course, the second joint of the neck can move forwards and backwards and side to side. The shoulder fins are on a ball joint and can move side to side and forwards and backwards to follow the arm, so they will look more natural. As for the shoulder itself, there are actually two joints here. A large ball joint that is connected directly to the body, and the shoulder itself the arm itself is connected to the body via a separate joint. So as for the ball joint, it can move forwards and backwards all the way around, up and down, to offer a wider range of natural posability. The shoulder joint can move out and in and move forwards and backwards. It can also rotate side to side at the shoulder. As for its elbows, it can bend, of course. It can move side to side at the upper arm. It can move side to side at the forearm. And as for the wrist, it can move forwards and backwards. It can rotate at the forearm. It can also rotate at the hand itself. And now we come to my favorite section of the Robot Damashii's articulation, the waist. The waist is double jointed. That simply allows for limitless posability. We have forwards and back. We have side to side, and it can also rotate side to side. I mean, just look at how much posability it offers. The waist can bend 90 degrees forwards. Now that is simply amazing. For the legs, it can move forwards and backwards, in and out, can rotate at the thigh, it can bend at the knee, a whole 180 degrees of posability thanks to the double joint. And as for the foot, it can move forwards and back, swivel side to side, and rotate side to side. The front of the foot is individually articulated from the rest of the foot. Not only do the joints look good, they are also able to offer such a wide range of motion that is definitely on par with, or dare I say surpasses, that of the Revoltechs. Not to mention, the smooth moving joints are far easier to pose. Now, some have been saying that I'm being biased against Revoltechs and that they aren't as bad as I make them out to be. Let me make this clear. I am not saying that Revoltechs are bad figures in the slightest. In fact, they are pretty good figures in their own right. But compared to the Robot Damashis, there is a very noticeable difference in quality. While that is my personal opinion, I can assure you that if you have handled both the Revoltechs and the Robot Damashis, you'll be inclined to agree with me. But of course, if you favor the Revoltechs after trying both out, that's your personal decision and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that most of the people who say that Revoltechs are superior have never actually held a Robot Damashii in their hands before. But I digress. Continuing on with the rest of the review, we now turn our attention to the accessories. First off, let's cover the basics. With every Evangelion figure comes its signature umbilical cable. The cord is made of the bendable wire that we've all come to know and love. Moving on, 9 exchangeable hands are provided alongside the figure, a pair of chopping hands, a pair of open palm hands, a pair of fists, a pair of hands that can hold on to smaller weapons, and the hand with its trigger finger extended for guns and such. And just as a word of caution, here's where we enter spoiler territory. The final 2 exchangeable hands are meant for use with the provided N2 missile. The missile itself is aptly detailed and, well, a missile. The fingers grasp onto the missiles via this groove at the bottom. Next, we have 3 exchangeable limbs that feature battle damage, or more accurately, battle bandage. In the movie, Unit 0 damaged his arms and legs during the battle with Sahakyo, the sky bomb thingy angel. By the end of the movie, it was taken into battle before it was completely repaired, hence the bandages. Exchanging limbs is as easy as pulling them off their respective pegs and replacing them. Surprisingly enough, they are relatively easy to detach and don't feel loose in the slightest during play. Of course, the foot and hands need to be swapped back as well. And just in case you're unsure of what to do, an instruction sheet is provided to guide you along. Last but not least, the final accessory is a huge Gatling rifle kind of gun that's meant for use by Evangelion Unit 01. The rifle is again sculpted very accurately, and on top of that, features a rotating barrel and removable ammo clip. In conclusion, the Robot Damashii Unit 0 is undoubtedly an excellent figure, what with the phenomenal build quality, posability and accessories that it possesses. In my opinion, it's the definitive small-scale action figure of the Evangelion Unit 0 and definitely belongs in the hands of any Evangelion fan. And, not to mention, completes the trio of Evangelion units. But, and this is a pretty big but, it is a Tamashii online store exclusive. Doing some quick research on both eBay and Yahoo Japan auctions, the Robot Damashii Unit 0 is proving to be quite popular. And by popular I mean, at the time of the recording, non-existent on Yahoo Japan auctions and going for at least $100 on eBay. Thus, I'm forced to say that I can only recommend the figure to die-hard Evangelion fans, completists or fans of Unit 0 simply due to its rarity. However, if you do find this figure for a reasonable price, or just desperately want to complete the set no matter the cost, by all means get this figure. Rest assured, you will not be disappointed. So, this is Hector saying, see you guys in the next episode.